but I made a list the other day and I didn't do a damn thing on it.
She said, why don't you pick one thing from your list and make sure you do that and do it well?
Because there's too much, and I wouldn't know what to pick, and I would spend half the day trying to figure out which one to pick.
I'm just repeating her advice, which I think is a great piece of advice.
Yeah. I'm starting to question Susan. Not really. I don't like when she's right about things.
She's a therapist. That's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah. I guess. But no. Okay, I'm just making excuses.
There you go.
But I did make a list the other day, and I didn't do anything on it. And again, I'm just making excuses. But yeah. And tomorrow I have to do stuff, so I can't afford to do absolutely nothing. I don't know. Getting excited, though.
About your football?
Well, yeah, that too. No, about the events coming up. And I need to reach out to somebody in Benton Harbor at Riverwood. Because they do the picnic, the recovery picnic. I think it's on the Saturday or Sunday, so it shouldn't. As long as it's not on the 19th. There's a speaker jamboree going on the 19th. Same day we're going down to Paw Paw. And it's going to take place at Silver Lake. And a guy reached out to me. I was like, hey, would you guys want to speak there? And man, that'd be pretty cool. But no, we are going to Paw Paw. But then I thought, oh man, Chris Goss. You know, I wonder what Chris Goss is doing. And
sexual relationship.
Yep, that Chris Goss. So I hit up Chris and was like, hey man, if you want to go with us on the Paw Paw, that's cool. Because, you know, he's from Battle Creek or Delton, whatever he wants to claim. And he said, yeah, he might go with us. And I was like, hey, man, if you're not sure and you want to, you know, go speak at an event, they'd love to have you. And, you know, you can still represent 217, baby. So he said he would think about it.
Great.
Yeah. So that would be pretty cool. I don't know if Anna... I think Anna's pretty... Yeah, Anna probably should go with us to Paw Paw and do our thing down there. And, you know, if Chris can go speak at the one Silver Lake, then that's cool too. But Chris could ride with us to Paw Paw too, man. That'd be the more the merrier. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be a blast, and it'll be interesting. We're going to like it. And we got hats.
Yes, we have the hats
really
ordered.
Cool hats on the way.
Yeah, you need to put those on the website.
No, because then people will buy them.
That's great.
No.
And we'll order more hats.
Then we have to do more.
It's okay.
All right. We'll see what we can do.
When will those be done?
To talk to Herb. Herb at PGI, Personal Graphics Incorporated, I think. It's in Petoskey. They do all of our stuff there, and they do great work. So if you're looking for, you know, hats or whatever, maybe for your meetings, or maybe you got a club you started, hit them up, man. Tell them that we sent you. I mean, we're not going to get any discount or anything, but I'm just telling you, they're good people, and they get it. You know, I talk a lot. I mean, Herb's not in recovery, but he knows a lot of people, and he's seen a lot of things and other stuff that he does that, you know, substance use, it comes into play. Mm-hmm. So, you know, he gets it, and he's really cool. So if you're looking for stuff like that, PGI, Petoskey, Michigan, they'll mail it to you. Hit them up. They got a website. So, yeah, so hats, the stuff coming together, but Benton Harbor and Riverwood, I don't know if they're doing the picnic again. I really hope they do. You know, I think you'll have a good time there. We had a blast last year. We went down there last year. It was Ryan and I. And I told him, I was like, be prepared to talk. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, oh, just be prepared. We get down there, and of course, they're like, all right, we got guys from 217 recovery. And I was like, looked at him, I was like, see, you always be prepared. And he kind of was like, oh, man. Like, it kind of caught him off guard, but he did all right. It was fun. He's like, you knew they were going to call us up there, didn't you? I was like, oh, yeah. I'm like, why wouldn't they, man? We're rock stars. And he's like, yeah, I guess. But it was a good time. It really was. And I think if we could all go down there and I don't know. It'll just be fun. I can't wait. I wish Recovery Month was like every month.
Mm-hmm. Well, it kind of is. You make it.
Yeah. We could start making it that. You know, Marnie and I were driving earlier, and I mentioned we passed, was it Art Van?
Yeah.
Out of business. And we passed that, and I thought, man, you're like, who pays for that still? I'm like, they do. They own the property. But it'd be cool to, like, buy that from Art Van and just make that into the 217 lounge, or I don't want to call it club.
It's a warehouse. I mean, it's huge.
I know, but we could do so much. We could have meetings of every single kind in there. We'd have to have a pizza place in there. You said arcade.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking of things that people do, like spend time in,
Yeah.
Coffee shop.
We could turn it into everything. So if you know somebody who has a lot of money, you can donate that now. 217recovery.com. Go to the donate page and support us. We'll make that happen for real. That would be awesome if we could find, and maybe just not that building, but just a building in general, just to do that with. And I had talked about it with Joyce because there were recovery bars opening up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do a bar. I think that would bring just too much. Mm-hmm. For people who went to the bar. I think that could be a little too tempting to leave that bar and go right to a real bar. Which, I mean, you could do that anyway, but just to have a fun place, and in my head, I've envisioned it for a while, actually, and, just have a place with just a bunch of different stuff. We could do our podcasts from there. People can watch us, and everybody, we could do podcasts 24/7, and have enough, like a real, like, radio station type deal, just podcasting about recovery. I don't know. But I was like, man, that'd be cool to have a big window. People could see, grab a pizza, maybe some donuts, mm-hmm. some coffee, a vegetable garden or something for you. But, no, I don't know. Stuff like that, it can happen. If we wanted it to happen, it really could happen. Just like the clothing line, like anything that we want to do, we can make it happen. Do we know how to do it? Nope. But we could figure it out, and we can make it happen. It's the beauty of it. And sometimes people will try to jump in your way and tell you, no, you can't. You can't do that. No, who do you think you are? And they'll snicker and they'll laugh, just like they did when I started 217 Recovery. What are you trying to do? Who are you? Think you're better? No, I sure don't. I'm just telling them a story, man. Trying to help other people. And other people look at me and they think, wow, like, he's doing it and he doesn't care. His mom's listening right now. Some dude's like, well, your mom and me, that's it. And that's fine. I'm cool with it. And I'm still doing it. And people, wanted to just jump on me and just be like, and they still do, talk smack here and there. And they don't even know me. So it's interesting, but I don't let it discourage me. And I think that, at least I've seen that, spark some inspiration and hope among some people. And that gives me more motivation to keep going, and it works itself around. But we can do whatever we want, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. There might be some things like, can you jump Lake Michigan with your car? No, but there's other things that you can do that are realistic. Mm-hmm. And your hopes and dreams are your hopes and dreams. It's very important to have those, because I think that creates a purpose in life for people. And my friend Adam, he kind of had a hard time, and man, Adam, I hope you're listening right now, and I ain't mad at you, bro. Get back up, keep moving forward, and he sent me a text saying that he was going to do that, and I really like to hear that, because you can sit there and be mad at yourself and not forgive yourself forever, but after a relapse, you just have to pick yourself back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. Mm-hmm. And he said that, and I really like that, because he could have been down in the dumps, and forgiving yourself is one of the hardest things, but he's kind of doing it. And he had told me, he just started slowly losing that purpose, and started just kind of letting the the light fade out, I guess. Like, when you go to outpatient, or you go to a treatment center, or you go to sober living, then you get out, that light is bright, you're saying, man, this is great, this is the road, I can see it, and then this is what I want to do, and then it just kind of starts fading away, and next thing you know, you're right back into the things you were doing before. You got to make sure you find that light and keep it bright. Mm-hmm. And it's hard because the meetings, people are kind of zoomed out. They need that interaction. And, there are meetings going on right now, but they're outside and it's hot and there's bugs. That's my excuse. I'm good at making those. But, do what you need to do for yourself to keep that light bright. Start a podcast, man.
Yeah.
If you need any help, advice, I'll show you what I got. I'll have you on. Check the studio out. I'll help you out for sure. If that can keep you sober, do it. If you and your mom are the only ones that are listening, who cares, man? As long as you're not drinking. It's not about becoming famous. It's not about this or that. It's about showing people that you can do it for yourself and that you're still sober because of it. Mm-hmm. It's just like people who turn into, like bodybuilders or whatever. They want to lift weights for themselves, but then look at the end of the day, it's like, hey, look, I can show this off, So then they do porn or whatever. Or maybe not porn. What?
That was way, I don't even know where that came from, but.
Well, you wouldn't know because you don't watch porn, so that's... Anyway. What?
Nothing. I'm just shaking my head at you because your way just jumped from like one thing to a totally different thing.
Oh, sorry.
You're saying in general before you went totally off the path, but that people find what they like to do to keep their mind off of their addiction, and it can be reading, or it can be gardening, it can be cooking, crocheting. There's a lot of things that people kind of like, they find what they're kind of good at. And
you think so? You think people crochet?
Yeah, there's
to stay
a girl.
Sober?
Yeah, there's a girl at oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. At one of the houses here in Traverse City, who is actually like makes little stuffed animals out of like, she crochets them. Yeah, they turn out really cool. I think they're on Etsy now.
We should get on the podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, that's your job now this week.
Okay.
Put that on your list.
I will.
All right. And then we'll see where it goes this week. Let's have her on this week.
Okay.
Let's have guest week. This week will be guest week. We're having guests on Tuesday. We're gonna have the crochet woman. Right?
Okay.
Thursday, gonna have my friend on. And then Saturday, we'll have Rob on again. Mm-hmm. And then next Sunday, you get to pick.
Okay. Let me think about it.
Okay.
I will, though. No problem.
So, who's on Tuesday? Crochet. Mm-hmm. And then Thursday... Damn it. I'm going to have to listen to this podcast again. 29 minutes in. Okay. All right. Well, that's the schedule. And then Rob on Saturday.
Okay.
Damn. Well, I think I messed it up already. So we're going to have guests on this week.
Okay.
And if you would like to be a guest and maybe you want to tell your story, talk a little recovery, hey, feel free. Easy to reach out to us. Marney at 217recovery.com. Corey at 217recovery.com is our email. You can hit us up through our website, 217recovery.com. Resources on there. If you're looking for a bed in a rehab, maybe you know someone who is, check out Cove Hub, there's a link to that and their website under our resources page. So dive into that,